Hey guys, this is Adam from the Dimensional Gamer Squad here, bringing you with Beast Quest Beast Review Series 16, The Siege of Gwildor. Sounds like an interesting title. Is it a good series with the beasts though? Because story is amazing. Not amazing, but I like the story. It was good, better than Series 15 with the story. Beasts, we'll find out when we get to the grand total. This series needs to be 90. Can they do it? I don't know. Actually, no, I do. Well, I do know, but we're gonna need to wait to the end of the video. So let's get into it. But first, I need to give a shout out to Lucas Green for the book reviews. Yes, in-depth story analysis of the book reviews and of this series, along with the other 15 series I did a beast review on, and up to the third book of series 20 from the time I'm recording this. And now I think, unless I'm forgetting something, which I probably will remember halfway through the recording but won't say because it'll be a bit random. How am I supposed to say it then? But let's get into the beast review. Starting things off is Styro the Snapping Brute, a giant lobster. Design, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Why? I don't know. I gave a giant lobster an 8 out of 10. Oh, I'm sorry. I have remembered something. Sorry. Just erase the fact I gave a giant lobster 8 out of 10. But now, these books of Series 16 not only have 4 books in the series, but has less chapters in. Instead of a prologue and chapter 1 to 10, it's now no prologue, chapter 1 to 8, or in Solix's case, chapter 1 to 9. But still, what the hell? Why? So, let's get into the beast review. Styro the Snapping Brute is first. A giant lobster, 8 out of 10 for the design. It looked intimidating. I like the seaweed that is kind of around its body, and I like the kind of, I'm not even sure what to call it. It's not really a glare, but more like the depth. More like the fact that it's baring its teeth at Tom in the cover. I'm not entirely sure what I could say about this. I don't know why I gave it 8, if anything. Can't exactly change it now. So, yeah. Abilities is a 6, however. It can swim, that's good, and it has tough armor, and that's it. That's really it. It carries seaweed with it that smells very bad, and that's it. The fight is also 6. Yes, it was longer than 1 chapter. It was actually 4 chapters long, but it was terrible. It basically just fell for the same trap it did the first time it saw Tom. Go into a lighthouse, starts trying to break it down, gets lured into a cave, gets lured back to the lighthouse, knocks over the lighthouse on top of him, beating himself. Why? Just why? Stop it. Get some help. So, yeah, I don't regret saying this. Styro is basically, with the armour and all that. Well, I'll get to this after I do the total, because I said it in the description here. Total for Styro is 20 out of 30. Now, how can I describe Styro? Basically, a worse version of Blood Boar. And that is just terrible. This was the other beast I said was basically like Blood Boar back in the Series 15 Beast Review. And it's worse than Blood Boar. That's something that's to not be proud of. So, yes, the abilities and fights are terrible. The design, yeah, it's good. Probably better than Blood Boar. I don't know. I dropped the book. Honestly, I don't care. So, let's see. What did little Blood Boar get? Man, you could tell I've been doing a lot of this. Blood Boar has a 7 for design, but abilities and fights was an 8 because it was actually good. This one isn't. Hold on, bear with me for a second. I just need to pick up Styro. Right, Now I picked up Styro. Right, now let's go on to hopefully what could be a better book, which is actually a better book. Ronak, the Toxic Terror. Now, you know they're saying don't judge a book by its cover? Well, that's how I get my design scores. And I gave it a 7 because I didn't find it very interesting at all. However, the ability to fight are still not as good, but it's a lot better than Styro. I'm going to lose my voice in this video because of Styro. But the abilities are 7, agile, thick head, and obviously poison on his claws. So that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. The fight is a 7 as well. Kind of a rodeo, but kind of isn't. Basically, he uses the very bad smelling seaweeds that he got from Styro to slow him down and defeat him by making him run into a tree where his horn came off, causing him to go back to the regular ram he was. So, okay, so just lose a part of your body and you are cured? That makes less sense as Styro. Like, Styro got crushed by a lighthouse. Yes, that would hurt. Yeah. Honestly, if I got crushed by a lighthouse, I wouldn't be recording this video. So, that makes sense. Hit by ran into a tree. Despite having a thick head, you lost your horn, and now you're back to being a regular ram with 1.5 horns. Okay. The fight is a 7 because it's actually more interesting than Styro. And it had, I hate to say it because he was kind of a good guy, but it had someone that was a big fan of Tom and Alina helping them out, but he just got in the way more than help. I mean, like, he fell into a puddle of acid. I'm surprised he didn't die. Gold star to Alina for actually healing him, but still though. What the hell? Oh my god, this is not a good start to the series. Total is 21 out of 30. It's a bit better than Styro, but it's still rather bad. There's really nothing going on for the start of the series. They're both just as bad as each other. I'm going to say Ronak is slightly better because, well, it had a proper obstacle that's not the beast preventing Tom from fighting the beast. Oh, Jesus Christ. Adam, calm down. Calm down. Next book. Next is Solix the Deadly Swarm, a giant fire ant. Actually, no, a giant fire ant made of millions, maybe billions of ants. The design for Solix is a 9 out of 10. I know what you're going to say. It's a giant animal, Adam. Give it a lower score. In my defense, I do need to say this. It looks pretty cool though, doesn't it? Yeah. Apparently, this part doesn't really make much sense to me. The cover here and the description inside this book says this is red. However, red, yellow, orange. Kind of like on fire. Like a fire ant. So a giant fire ant, yeah, okay. However, it is said multiple times in the book that the ants originally are, well, red, so like fire ants. But when they were possessed or taken control of, they're black. So how does a bunch of black ants going together make this? I still like Solix, like the design is amazing. That is one plot hole I need to point out, and it's pretty big one. The abilities are an 8 out of 10. If it loses a limb, it can just heal back, and it can change shape, size, and fit through tiny gaps after disassembling herself. Solix is a female, despite being made of tons of ants. That probably half of them are male. So yeah, the fight is a 7. It was basically shown to be undefeatable, apart from loud noises. Loud noises caused it to just collapse, and then a bunch of rocks fell on it, causing the ants to turn from black to red. So either they got covered in their own blood or they got cured. I'm going to assume it's cured. And the fight actually had someone kind of getting in the way, but actually helped more than the guy in Ronak. So yeah, Solix had a good fight, good abilities, good design, and it had someone in the way but actually helping. Total for Solix is 24 out of 30. Best beast so far in the series anyway. Abilities are cool and the design looks amazing. Now we go on. Wow, we're 10 minutes in and down to the final book. Wow. This is going to be a rather short beast review. Wow. Okay. Wow. I need to stop saying wow. Wow. Stop, Adam. Adam, stop saying wow. Okay. I won't stop saying. I won't stop saying wow. Next is Canis or Canis. I'm going to say Canis so because that's how I said it. Canis the Shadow Hound. Design is an 8 out of 10. Probably the most intimidating beast here. Not the best design in my opinion, but I like that it has like a shadowy vibe at the back of it. Just going from shadow form to, well, I'm going to say doggo form because that's how I normally say, that's how I say doggo. I say doggo form instead of dogs. So yeah, that looks cool. I like that it's baring its teeth like every other beast, but I think this one just adds an extra ray of intimidation here with the fact it's showing its blood red gums as well. The abilities are an 8 out of 10, very agile, sharp claws, sharp teeth. The tail can be used as a whip as well as a pitchfork, I guess. I don't know, like it kind of looks like the shape of Kenza's lightning staff if you look at it closely. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just thought that off the spot. Other abilities, it can phase in and out of shadow form and doggo form, and it can go through walls. That's amazing. The fight is an 8 out of 10. It's a full-on Tom versus Canis fight. No Alina, no obstacles preventing him from winning. The fight, half of it took place with human versus doggo, and the other half took place with shadow doggo versus shadow human, which was amazing, having found out that Shadow Tom could go through walls, which is also amazing. So yeah, it's actually really good, but that's not the reason why I gave it an 8 for the fight. I would have gave it a 7 or 6 for that. I think I gave it an 8 because of the final fight, bringing all the good beasts, apart from Crab, of Gwildor together to defeat Sampeo's pirate crew, along with Kensa and the inside spy of this series, which, spoiler alert if you haven't read this series, is Emperor Jeng. Like, the Emperor of Gwildor. So, wow. I liked it. Shame Crab couldn't be there, but if Koldo and Rock are worse than Crab in my opinion. But if Crab was there and Koldo wasn't, then it would have been amazing, and I generally would have liked it. But yeah, Crab wasn't there, but it kind of makes sense considering we never saw him leave the ocean. But I think he's going to need to leave the ocean for the next Battle of the Beast fight, where it's going to be Crab versus Doomskull. So, what the hell? This is going to be interesting. So yeah. Sampeo's pirate crew got defeated. Sampeo lost his ponytail. Kensa and Jen got away, and that leads us into Series 17. Which will be as soon as I finish reading them. Don't know when that will be though. So basically total for Canis is 24 out of 30. Tied with the best beast of the series. The final fight was great, but I do wish it was longer. I really did enjoy it. It had brief good moments. It had brief moments of Rock, Hawkeye, Koldo, Tremor, and Amictus going ham on the pirates, along with Alina having her good fighting time along with Freya after being cured, because she was very sick, along with all the good beasts apparently, as we saw in Ronak with Hawkeye. What can I say? It was actually a good series at the end of the day. It suffers the same thing from Series 9 though. And that has to be the first half was terrible, but the second half was great. So, what can I do? What can I do? So, the totals now, let's go on to the totals. The total for the designs is 32 out of 40. Some designs were better than Series 15, but Ronak pulled it down a lot. And I'm tempted to say Spyro now. I mean, Spyro? Spyro's a purple dragon in another video game. Styro. I'm tempted to say Styro as well, but it didn't really pull it down compared to Ronak. Abilities are 29 out of 40. Yes, again, the abilities were not the main focus on this series, but it got better as we got further into the series. And the fights was a 28 out of 40. Kind of disappointing to see one of the most important attributes to a Beast review, I'm pretty sure it is the most important attribute, having such a low score and the lowest total score of each attribute of the series. The grand total is 89 out of 120. All in all, it's an alright score with the series, but it's more focused on the story than it is with the Beasts, which is kind of ironic for, well, the series. That's it. That's for the kind of video this is. This is a Beast review, not a story review. Oh my god, I wanted to like Series 16 a lot because some of the beasts looked interesting with their designs. Some were okay, some were just bad, but I really wanted to like this one, but it's more focused on the beast. It's more focused on the story than it is with the beast, which is kind of like Series 4. So when I get around to my ranking for Series 1 to 20, worst to best, you know where this series will come. Where Series 4 is. Or close to it anyway. I felt like this quest had less importance. Yes, I admit it was to save Freya's life and protect Gwildor, but compared to previous quests like Series 12 or Series, I'm tempted to say Series 9, kind of, and Series 15, maybe. This one was the quest was not as important as the others. Yes, Freya was ill and probably about to die, and Gwildor was under siege, but I felt like some of the quests were more important than that. Like Series 12, obviously, the kingdoms were coming together, about to collide into each other, causing, well, the end of the world. That is the most important quest so far, and if there's a quest that comes out similar to that, then it won't be as good as Series 12, but it'll be just as important. Anyway, now we need to get on to my rankings, because I just realised I managed to stall for 8 minutes doing a review on Canis, along with the total scores, and saying why I think this is not a good series. So, least favourite to favourite. Least favourite, you probably guessed. If it's worse than Bloodborne, it's gonna be here. It's Styro that's the worst book of this series. Yes, it's a starter. I guess it's supposed to set up the series. But it's terrible. It does a bad job of setting up the series as well. It just reintroduces Sanpeo and Kenza, like, hi, we're working together again. You're gonna die. You're gonna get killed by a lobster. I was like, okay. Nice to meet you, Kenza, Sanpeo, kind of. Not a good series, not a good start either to the series. So Styro just made me lose complete interest in the series. Next is Ronak the Toxic Terror. Slightly better than Styro, but not a lot. I wouldn't say it's worse than Minos, but it's still similar to it. So similar to Minos, I wouldn't say it's worse than it though. But I don't really know where to put it with this, because Ronak is kind of bad, but kind of okay. Like Minos is. But there's really nothing good about these two books. Nothing good at all. Next is Solix, the Deadly Swarm. Yes, I said a lot of positives about this. But the thing that pulled it down was that one plot hole that I mentioned. I was like, why is this red and described as red, but the ants that are possessed are black? And that's all of them that's possessed. Why? And if they're formed together, why do they take the shape of a larger ant? They could morph into anything. Why can't they just form into, I don't know, like a hammer or something? I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to complain about why they morphed into a giant, larger ant, because I actually did kind of like that. I thought it was unique and more of a unique concept than just having an animal turn into a larger, more ferocious version of itself. The only one that doesn't do that. And you obviously guessed my favourite book in the series was Canis. Yes, the beast was amazing as well, but it was more focused on the final fight, which I liked the most. I would have wanted it to be longer, but it's still good. And before I say that is all for this review, I do need to say, if you remember in my Battle of the Beast episode 4, Epos vs Hawkite, I said when I was looking at the map of Gwildor in Hawkite, I spotted a slight plot hole. The Gwildorian plains are not supposed to be where they are. It's actually where it's supposed to be. Well, where the Gwildorian plains are is where Gengtor is on this map. Meaning that either Gengtor got built in the span of 11 seasons, or it was always there, which I believe it was, since Tom said in Styro he remembers the map of Gwildor from his yellow jewel belt, from his yellow jewel with his increased memory. Meaning that I would say Adam Blade, but it's actually the Beastmakers had different writers for Series 5 than they did for this series, or they didn't plan for this series to go this far, which is probably the most likely, because Series 10 or Series 13 was supposed to be the final series. But it was so popular, it just went on. So that makes no sense to me. I don't like that. I'm aware, probably 11 seasons of it being 11 seasons different. Yeah, I get it will probably Gengtor will make more sense not to be there. But I found it kind of weird when I was looking at the map of Gwildor in the Series 5 book, just wondering, where is the main city where the Emperor or King lives? It made no sense to me. But now, with that major agitation out of the way, well, not really major, but minor agitation out of the way, that doesn't change my opinion on Series 5. I still like it. Series 16, good story. This is now turned into a book review now. Series 16 had a good story, probably not the best, but can't all be good. Anyway, that is all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Please make sure to stay tuned to watch the next video, which will be Doomskull vs Crab. Or maybe a ranking of my top 10 favourite characters from the Lynxy series. But until then, I've been Adam Ferns, and I'll see you next time.